If this happens, then Tesla stock will easily be close to the 4 digits or at the $1,000 or even more. If this happens, in my eyes, I think it's when it's going to happen, not if. You see, Elon Musk replied back to Gally a while ago, answering the question, when does Tesla stock have its NVIDIA moment? And I made a separate video on this on when I think that's going to happen. You guys can check the video right here. But Elon Musk replies in two ways. The first way is major valuation change when there is unsupervised self-driving at scale. So that is very important. That is the first massive wave. And the second one is, of course, when they realize that Optimus reaches volume production. But we're going to forget about the second part. This is what I'm talking about if this happens. We're seeing a lot of interesting things coming in Europe, talking about FSD. And we know there's a massive red tape going on there, but something is starting to happen. Tesla Europe and Middle East posts this. Come experience FSD supervised on your local roads. Ride along in the passenger seat to experience how it handles real-world traffic and the most stressful parts of daily driving, making sure the road's safer for all. Available now in Italy, France, and Germany. More coming soon. What Tesla is doing here is extremely smart. We know that the bureaucracy and the red tape is flipping massive there. So they're doing it a different way. They're trying to present the idea to people. They're trying to show mayors and other types of high people in Europe that, no, this thing is much more capable than you think. By the way, guys, smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Now,
Pejjy, this is supervised FSD. You're talking about unsupervised FSD.
well, my man, in order to get to unsupervised, you have to introduce them supervised. And the more people that have supervised, it's only one software update to make them unsupervised. And then you're going to see a massive valuation change. Now, let's go see some videos or some articles here going on. The videos here is what's making the article. Future Patty says here, the German magazine Autobild tested FSD supervised in Berlin and is extremely impressed. It also noted that since Elon Musk is already planning cars without steering wheels or pedals, Germany and Europe must avoid being last to adopt again. This is a good attitude. Let's hope Europe drops unnecessary regulations and moves closer to the US system, where manufacturers have more freedom to develop and test such technologies. Invent first, regulate later. In Europe, it's the opposite. Regulate first and invent later. That hasn't worked well and has made Europe the last continent to receive the newest technology. Facts. Absolutely facts. On top of this, we have Rustavi, if I didn't butcher that name, says that Germany dropped the FSD verdict. Autoblind, one of Europe's toughest car magazines, spent a full week with Tesla FSD version 14.1.7. That's not even the latest version, guys. The latest version is version 14.2. One or something like that. So there are a few updates behind, couple updates behind. Their verdict, mind-blowingly good. 700 kilometer, zero critical interventions, handles construction zones, cyclists, roundabouts like a local, already safer than most human drivers. They're literally begging regulators, approve this now. The future isn't coming to Europe, it's already here. This is massive. The margins, I'll say this, right? We have Europe and China to approve for Tesla's FSD supervised, and it's the road to unsupervised. These two continents are massive. China has the volume, but not the profitability. But Europe has that volume too, but not as much as China, but has the profitability. Kathy Woods said something really interesting. I don't know what interview it was, but they asked Kathy Woods. They said that, well, what if China doesn't happen? What if China doesn't have FSD and it doesn't work? Well, Kathy Woods replied back by saying, well, the margins that you're going to get in Europe and US is a whole lot more than you would get in China. In other words, in China, your margins will it'll be high, but it won't be as high as US or Europe. And that's absolutely right, because people in Europe and US will pay a whole lot more for this stuff. And that's absolutely right. Now, Europe here is very important is because the higher margin that we have, and of course, that's a massive continent that we want to enter. So you got China on one hand, and then you got Europe in one hand, which if you get them, both of them approved, man, you're going to see the stock go over $1,000 per share. Not financial advice, but I do flippin' believe that. That is flippin' massive. Now, here is the crazy part. We have the mayor of Italy trying out FSD, which is absolutely insane. Now, I don't know what he's saying. You guys can read the caption and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure he was extremely impressed that the fact that this thing can do what it can do. It's absolutely insane. I mean, you got mayors driving this thing now being test driven. That is flipping crazy. On top of that, I need more Tesla stock after seeing this. I never knew the roads in Italy were narrow. And I don't know why they're narrow. If you guys are Italian or if you guys know anything about this, please comment down below why they have such narrow roads. But look at FSD handle it. That is absolutely insane. Like, what? First of all, again, why have a narrow road? Why is it so tight? Italians like tight things or something? I don't know. Like if there's two cars going, you gotta be cautious like that. But why? Just make the road wider. Nonetheless, FSD does this flipping perfectly, which is absolutely insane. Oh my God, the turning, all that kind of stuff. This is absolutely crazy. Seeing this and what I've experienced, this thing is solved, bro. This thing is absolutely solved. We have another one here from Germany saying that Tesla FSD in tiny German village streets. It's magical. I never expected to be this mind blown. It's such a good driver. Can't wait to get it from my own car. Cheers and thank you Tesla and Tesla AI to finally bringing this life-changing tech to Europe. And you guys can see the video. This is insane. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, it's a long video. I sped it up a little bit too so you guys can see, but nonetheless, it's already in Europe. It's creeping into Europe. This thing is insane. And if this thing when this thing becomes, when it's allowed, and it looks like, I think this is going to speed it up, to be honest with you. I think regulations is going to say, if this thing is as good as what we think it is, I think we have to allow it. The data seems to be good, but let's see how that goes. But if this happens, guys, the stock is no longer going to be the price what it is now. The valuation of Tesla is not going to be what it is now because all of a sudden, take rate shoots up. And then all of a sudden, you have everyone who has a Tesla using FSD. And then once unsupervised is coming, which I think is pretty much almost there, the mass adoption is going to send a massive wave to the valuation of this company and to the stock as well. And I hope you're ready for it. That's all I'm trying to say. Sheesh. We have Crab in Cut saying that another fantastic FSD ride along in Europe. Yesterday, we saw some great clips of FSD navigating those tight Italian streets during the day, but Antonio managed to capture something even crazier. FSD driving through the same narrow roads, but at night and in dense fog. This is the ultimate stress test. As Antonio mentioned, the car was spotting oncoming traffic through the fog, giving them plenty of space and maintaining a reasonable speed the whole time. It didn't panic, it didn't freeze, it just handled it. If FSD can handle a narrow Italian road in the middle of a foggy night, I think it's ready for pretty much anything. I mean, that's a foggy night and an Italian type road, which is insane. Today, there was a blizzard here in Toronto. And I was shocked what it can do. It could see, it didn't panic or it didn't freeze. It handled it perfectly. And I was shocked to see that in a flippin' blizzard where you can't see like 50 meters ahead of you, it can still do the things that it can do. My God. Come on. Why is this thing taking so long to be regulated? We know it's safer than anything else. Clearly. We have Mario here saying that Spain handed Tesla the keys to Europe. Unlimited nationwide FSD test day, no driver required. Spain is like, come on in. We know the tech. Just do it. Tesla, do what you gotta do. This is massive news for Tesla. Spain quietly dropped the mother of all regulators' gifts in July 2025. The ECAV framework that puts the country straight into phase 3. Remote monitoring allowed, no mandatory safety driver, full public road access. Tesla immediately got approved for 19 vehicles with unlimited testing across the entire country. This isn't some small pilot program in a parking lot. This is real world, all roads, no human behind the wheel testing at scale, exactly what Tesla needs to train FSD supervised and robotaxi European driving chaos. Spain just became Tesla's European data goldmine overnight. While California is still choking on red tape and Germany moved at a bureaucracy nails pace, Spain said, come get your miles. 2026 robotaxi fleets in Madrid and Barcelona starting to look a lot more real. Is Europe waking up? If so, Tesla is the alarm clock. Man, this is amazing. Spain is now opening it up. It's absolutely insane. Again, that's 4 countries now, and I think the Dutch as well is doing it as well. So Europe is slowly opening it up, and because the tech is so good, they're dropping regulations, some countries. And I think once they realize how good this is, they're going to continue dropping regulations. We have Keys here saying that FSD never work in Europe. These roads are way too difficult for self-driving cars. The lane markings are unclear. The pavement sucks and there's too many observations. FSD. I'm sorry, what? And you guys can see the video right here. Absolutely love it. That is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Man, we're getting so close. 2025 is coming to an end, and 2026 is going to be one of those big years. I think we're going to get very good progress in this year, in 2026, when it comes to FSC and robotaxi. And again, when this happens, not if, when this happens, we can easily see the stock going over like $1,000 per share, no doubt about that. And to answer the question, as Elon did, but more technically and on a graph, when will Tesla have its NVIDIA moment? Really, when should Tesla have its next Tesla moment? Check this video right here. It's a sheesh moment. You all will be disappointed. And there's a lot of podcasts coming. So you guys better become a channel member, because it comes for channel members first, YouTube members first. Subscribe, guys. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Let's go.